Okay, today we're going to be finding the area of triangles. Please make sure that you have your journal so that you can take notes, and pause the video whenever needed so that you can keep up with the examples. Okay, so say I have this rectangle right here and I cut it along the diagonal. What do I get? I get a triangle. I took away half of the rectangle and I'm left with just the triangle. And that's where the formula for the area of a triangle comes from. The area of the triangle is half of the base times height. Remember, the formula for the area of a rectangle is area equals base times height. So if I cut the rectangle in half and I'm looking at just one triangular piece of it, then it's half of the area of a rectangle. So this is our formula, area equals 1/2 base times height. Remember that 1/2 is the same as dividing by 2. So let's do a couple of examples. Here's our first triangle. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to write your formula, area equals 1/2 base times height. Then you're going to write an equation where you're going to substitute in the values that you know. Okay, I don't know the area, that's what I'm solving for, but I do know that the base, the bottom, is 17, and the height of the triangle is 10 inches. So here's my equation, area equals 1/2 times 17 times 10. Then you just do the math. You could use the commutative property if you wanted to and move these around so that it's 1/2 of 10, which is 5, times 17. Or you could multiply it like you see. 17 times 10 is 170, and half of 170 is 85. So the area of this triangle is 85 inches squared. Don't forget to put your labels, inches and its area we're talking about, which is two-dimensional, so it's squared. Okay, here's the second example. Again, make sure you're doing these examples in your journal. Another triangle, you write the formula first, and then you substitute the values into your formula to make an equation. So our equation is going to be area equals 1/2 times the base is 19 and the height is 11. Then you just do your math. 19 times 11 is 209, and half of 209, which means to divide by 2, is going to be 104 5/10. So the area of this triangle is 104.5, 104 5/10 meters squared. Okay, next one. The front of the camping tent, so we're just talking about the front of it, has an area of 7.5 feet squared. So this time we're given the area. If the height is 3 feet, what does the base measure? First thing you do, write your formula. Then substitute the values in. I know my area this time, so the A is going to be 7.5 equals 1/2. I don't know what the base is, that's what I'm looking for, so it's going to stay the B, and then the height is 3. Then you just do your math. Half of 3 is 1.5, so 7.5 equals 1.5B, and now we're solving an equation. You're solving for B, so divide both sides by 1.5, and the base is 5 feet. A triangular cracker has a base of 4 centimeters and an area of 10 centimeters squared. How tall is the cracker? If you need to, draw a picture. Draw a triangle. Our formula, area equals 1/2 base times height. Substitute. We know the area, it's 10, equals 1/2. We know the base is 4. The height is unknown, so it's going to remain the variable h. Then solve. Half of 4 is 2. So 10 equals 2h. Solve for h, divide both sides by 2, and the height is 5 centimeters. It's not going to be squared because we're just talking about one dimension. We're talking about the height, not the area. Now take a look at this one. Go ahead and I want you to find the area of this figure. Pause the video and see if you can figure out how to do it. If you get stuck or if you get an answer, come back and check. Okay, First thing you need to do is notice that this is what we call a composite figure. Composite. A composite figure is made up of more than one shape. In this case, you can see that we have a rectangle and then we also have a triangle. So to find the area, you just break them up into the shapes. Find the area of the rectangle, then find the area of the triangle, and then put the two areas together. So the area of a rectangle, first thing you're going to do is write your formula, area equals base times height, then write your equation. Our base is 12. Remember, opposite sides are equal, so even though this is the base, it's the same measurement as the 12 centimeters. And then the height is 8 centimeters. Multiply them together, and you get 96 centimeters squared. Then find the area of a triangle. The formula is 1/2 base times height. Plug in what you know. 1/2, the base of the triangle is 6, and the height is this right side of the rectangle, which is going to be the same as the left side, 8 centimeters. Half of 6 is 3, and 3 times 8 is 24. So the area of the triangle is 24 centimeters squared. Now that I know the area for both of my shapes, I'm going to go ahead and add them together. The total area is going to be the area of the rectangle, 96, plus the area of the triangle, 24. Total area, 120 centimeters squared.